Hi everyone, welcome to Home PE with MSSP. It's important to exercise every day, and we hope our new Home PE lesson cards and videos will develop your learning and keep you active whether from home or at school. You can download and print our worksheet cards to accompany each lesson from our website. Feel free to pause the video as we go along if you need to. We hope you have lots of fun during these sessions, but remember you must stay safe whilst completing any of the tasks. Make sure you have an adult nearby and always ask permission before using equipment. Today's lesson is all about running. Before we begin, let's take a look at our learning aims for the lesson. We will try to understand the effects that exercise has on the body and how our heart rate changes during exercise. We will also aim to change the speed of our running depending on how far we're running, the distance we are running. Today, we're going to do our warm-up activity whilst taking our pulse to discover all about our heart rate. The rate is the number of times that our heart beats in 60 seconds. How many times do you think your heart beats in 60 seconds? Take a guess. So let's find out. Take your pulse before you begin the warm-up. Place 2 fingers on your wrist or down the side of your neck and feel for your pulse. Once you've found it, use a timer or ask an adult to count silently 15 seconds whilst you count the number of beats. Multiply the number of beats counted in 15 seconds by the number 4 and record your total. This will give you roughly the number of heartbeats in 60 seconds before exercise. This is called your resting pulse rate. Remember, you can pause the video at any time to write down your answers on your worksheet and take part in the exercises. Now it's time for our warm-up. Question: what is the purpose of a warm-up and what effects does it have on the body? This game is called traffic lights. You'll need 3 different coloured objects: red, amber or yellow, and green. Ask a partner or adult to hold up one colour at a time. Your task is to run on the spot at differing speeds resembled by each colour. Red means stop and complete a gentle stretch on the spot. Amber means jogging on the spot. And green means increase your speed to sprinting on the spot. Remember, it is a warm-up, so start gently and build up your intensity as you play for longer. Can you swap roles and encourage your partner to take part in the warm-up too? Pause the video here and take a few minutes to continue playing traffic lights until you start to feel warm. What changes do you notice after a warm-up compared to before you began? Think back to your heart rate. How does it change after exercising? Take your pulse again and record your heart rate after exercise. Rest for 1 minute, then take your heart rate again. Record your rate for the final time this session. This is called your recovery rate. Why does your heart beat more often during and straight after exercise? Well done on your warm-up. Let's move on to our main activities. This next game is called shuttle sprints. Use the red object from the traffic lights game and place it 5 meters or 5 large steps away from the green object. Let's jog slowly between the 2 markers to practice our running technique. As you reach each marker, turn with control and push away with power back in the other direction. Refer to our top tips on the lesson card for a reminder of how to improve your running. Keep your head up, pump your arms and lift your knees. Pause the video and have a practice. Once you feel confident, slowly increase your speed between the markers. Build up steadily until you're sprinting. It's time for a challenge. How quickly can you complete 10 lengths of shuttle sprints? Ask a partner to help time your efforts and record your progress. Take a break between your attempts and write your best time in the space provided on the worksheet. How did it feel when you achieved your personal best? Our next game is called Rainbow Run. This will test your agility, coordination, and changes in running speed. You'll need 7 different coloured objects, as well as a bucket or box that you can use as a starting point. Set up by placing the objects around your activity area in different locations, then write a list of the colours and leave it near your starting base. The aim is to move as fast and safely as you can in a relay style from the starting point, collecting the different objects one at a time in the correct colour sequence before returning and placing the items into the bucket. You must follow the order of colours, and the sequence can be called out by your parent or sibling just before you set off. Have a few practice goes first. You may wish to time yourself to see if you can beat your score by completing the challenge in less time for each colour sequence you're given. For our full video version of Rainbow Run, check out our Home PE Challenge number 1. Let's move on to our final challenge. Can you sprint on the spot for 30 seconds without stopping? Remember to pump your arms and lift your knees. Now, challenge yourself to see how long you can sprint for without stopping. Time your efforts and record your progress on your worksheet. Towards the end of every PE session, it's important to reflect on our learning and think about potential ways we can develop our fitness and skills. Here are some questions. What did you do differently when jogging compared to the shuttle sprints? What happens to your heart rate and breathing after long periods of exercise? Remember, you can do it. To make these challenges easier, bring the markers closer together or reduce the number of objects and reduce the lengths and time you're sprinting for. You can also challenge yourself more. Increase the number of coloured objects. Try to remember the order without checking the list. Increase the number of sprint lengths and build up your endurance by going for longer runs. Well done for completing today's session. Write your answers and learning in your worksheet spaces and be encouraged to repeat any parts of the session during the week to improve your skills. Remember, the more you practice, the better you will become. Check out our Home PE with MSSP resources for more challenges and for next week's lesson.